Please welcome Greg Behrendt.
I have never told this story to a group of people, and I've only told the story a few times to friends, but it's always interrupted as a conversation. I'm hoping that we can, as a group, promise to keep this private. Because I'm going to open up a little bit here. And here we go. People have asked me, I am the co-author of a book called He's Just Not That Into You. And people have asked me, you know, why do you get to write the book? Why are you that guy? And I've said, because I'm a guy. So I know what it's like from a guy's perspective of when guys are giving excuses. And so I can identify them and blah, blah, blah. Neat trick. What I don't tell them is I'm also almost every girl in the book. I have been on the bad side of a relationship. I have put all my eggs in a basket that weren't there, and then the eggs smash and fall on the floor. I have been the person who has loved somebody who has told them I'm not interested and stayed with it for a while. So I want to tell you that story now. I fell in love with Janine Garofalo the first time I saw her on stage. I enjoyed her so much that I left immediately and went back to my house to make a mixtape. Immediately. I lived 2 blocks from the comedy club and I bolted back and said, fucking mixtape, get it going. Sure sign that you fucking lost it for somebody. Generally, you get to know them or talk to them first, but so. And here's the thing, too, by the way, a mix CD, not the same fucking deal, people. So don't act like, oh, I worked on this. You can download on the sheet. Mixtape, on the floor, cassettes, maybe a turntable. Don't bump that shit. Fuck, I forgot it went too long, played into the other song. A lot of fucking work, okay? Different time. Gotta craft it right. First 5 songs, key, otherwise you're out of the game. First 5 songs, incredibly key. You know, the first song clearly is the song that says, this is who I am as a song. You know what I mean? Here's the embodiment of me as a song. So for me, you know, Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Second song, the change up, the wonder of me. Look at how different I am in the next moment. Maybe some jazz. Third song says, hey, I'm also listening to pop radio, something fun from pop radio. And then the 5th song would be the song where you put your heart on your sleeve. No, do it 4th. Fucking don't, because they may not get to 5. Put it at 4. Aching to Be by the Replacements. In any event, and you have to understand at the time, and probably still to this day, I was not the only person in my peer group in love with Janine Garofalo, and I believe today there still exists a group, a self-help group, where guys get together and they talk about that love. Now, Janine and I, in fact, did eventually at some point get together. Very clear on Janine's part, like you, dating, not interested in, you know, very much. But I just fucking went full hog into it. I just said, you know what, man? No, I'm going to show you. I'm the guy. I'm your counterpart. I'm your number. I'm the second half of our thing. You complete me. I'm giving you something. Please give it back to me. And she kept saying, I don't know that I can. No, you can give it back to me. Was the vibe that I put into the relationship. So let me be clear about this. It was known from up front that was not going to be the case. In any case, when you have that kind of disparity in a relationship, certainly the other person begins to drift a bit from your freakiness. No, also at the time that I began to change a little bit. I wore a patchouli oil for a while. Grew my hair out a little bit. Was fond of a backpack. Got a tattoo, wore a couple of bracelets. Whoa, is that a weird jock version of Janine Garofalo? What is that? Where are you going? And I may be overstating the case, but it is my belief that at the time, if Kurt Cobain was the male voice of Generation X, certainly Janine was the female voice. However it was that she did what she did, we all wanted it. We all dug it. She was that person in the moment. It was almost indescribable. You would see her on stage. You couldn't even come out and tell why you liked it so much. You were like, I don't fucking know. I just love it. I want to be it. And then it dawned on me, maybe that's where I'm headed. So the relationship begins to deteriorate as these things do, and certainly another fella probably comes into the scene because I'm hard to be with, and I'm also knocking them back. a lot. And so I'm bloaty, which is hot. I've got man tits and extra neck, and it's really delicious. And Janine, who had come to live at the house that I was at and then sort of became my roommate, decided, maybe I go live in a hotel while she's making a movie. Now, it's one thing when somebody goes to the couch. It's another thing when they go to another building. Maybe the foundation of the relationship has cracks. And she begins, I believe, to fall for somebody else. And I'm realizing this, and I'm playing in a band, and it's not good. And and then they kick me out, but they can't deal with me, so they break up the band and reform without me. It's not. But I'm in a band, which I think is cool. Doesn't that work? And I'm drinking, which is cool. Isn't it cool? How come I don't look like Keith Richards when I get up? But I don't. I look like a fat me. That's not what I'm. With long, and I get ringlets when my hair gets long, and it also thins out. It's bad. I look like a lamb. Finally, I realized that the relationship has got to come to an end, and I've got to make a dramatic move. Now, I am was at the time very much a fan of drama. And I thought, well, that's how you get somebody back. That's how they do it in a movie. You know what I mean? They stand on the lawn with a boombox, and they show their love. If I make a gesture like that, which is neat, but in reality, that guy in the real world, he gets arrested. Like, he doesn't. So I figured the only thing I can do to get her back is to break up with her. Now, it's the last cry of a desperate person, and I go to where she is, and I say, Janine, it's over. And she says, okay. In a nicer way than that. And then I said, take me back. So now, she has to move to New York. And I still have hope. And the thing that I can tell you is, when you drink tequila, you get information. Information that needs to get to somebody quickly. Without thought or without hope or without care about that other person. When you have been out and you've had shots of tequila, suddenly you have a story or an idea or a possibility that you need to share with somebody. So one night I called Janine. She's living in the Paramount Hotel before she moves into her place, and I call her there. It's like 2 o'clock LA time, which is so very thoughtful for me, 5 o'clock. I get the guy at the Paramount Hotel. How can I help you? No, I'm so fucked up I can't say her name. I'm like, I can't fucking make it happen. I might as well just started barking. I couldn't get it to happen. So the guy says to me, would you like to try and spell it? And I have no dignity left. I go, what the fuck? And I can't even get it right. Fortunately, there's a headshot in my room. Whoa, a headshot? Is that how well you know her? So I get the name out, and the guy understands who I want to talk to, and he says to me right before he puts me through, hey, bro, are you sure you want to make this call? And I had a moment of clarity. Like, I got it. Like, I'm like, no, fuck, I don't want to make this call. I've made this call before, and she has been incredibly kind to me when I've made this call. It's sad, and it's pathetic, and it's not what I want to do. And I hung up the phone, and then I passed out. And the next day I thought, wouldn't it be great if you were in a breakup or were a person prone to bad phone calls, if you could have on your phone from like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. a bro operator, just a dude to talk you off the ledge and then just put you through to pizza. And in the ensuing days after that, I had a good long look. It was a moment. It was like my moment of. It was my white light. It was my moment of clarity. And I started thinking, what is it about this person? They've said no. What am I in love with? Why I want. And what it was is I really wasn't. And not to diminish her at all, but I wasn't in love with Janine. I was in love with the idea of Janine. I was in love with being cool. I wanted to be cool. Janine was fucking the epitome of cool. Being in a band was being cool. Fucking drinking was cool, and it wasn't working for me fucking at all. I was fat and brokenhearted and sad and would fucking lay on my bed and listen to, the Smashing Pumpkins and weep. I mean, I still do that, but I'm sober when I do it, and I enjoy it. And I had to take a really close look, man. I had to really take a look and go, what the fuck is it, man? What do I got to do? I got to be me. That's what I liked about Janine. Janine was Janine. Fucking warts and all. That's who Janine is. And I started thinking, well, I'm not like Janine. I like 80s metal, man. I'm a guy that likes to fucking, I'm a guy that hates sports and likes to fucking decorate. I'm not cool. I'm really fucking uncool. I'm the uncoolest guy that I know. And the first time I said that on stage, I fucking went, oh, hello, me. And the great thing about it was when I became this uncool person that I am, I became incredibly happy. And then I moved in and I had a house with David Cross and we threw a party and Janine came and it was cool. And she came with this girl and this woman's name was Amira Largent and that woman became my wife.
Greg Behrendt.